Imagine this. You're juggling 5 balls in the air: emails, deadlines, family drama, social media notifications, and don't forget the actual fire alarm you just heard. Suddenly, one ball slips, then another, and before you know it, you're lying on the ground, surrounded by rubber chaos. This, my friends, is a metaphor for our brains on overload. Just like a computer struggling with too many tabs, our minds can crash under the weight of multiple demands. But unlike a machine, we can reboot our mental state and reclaim control. The multitasking myth. Remember that Buddhist proverb, "A hunter who tries to chase 2 rabbits at the same time will catch neither"? Turns out, multitasking isn't actually a superpower. When we juggle too much, our focus splinters, and our productivity plummets. Information overload becomes cognitive overload, leading to overwhelm, anxiety, and frustration. Stress, the sneaky saboteur. Now, picture your brain as a problem-solving detective. It gathers clues, organizes evidence, and cracks the case. But throw stress into the mix, and suddenly, our detective is working with a foggy head and shaky hands. Remembering vital details becomes a struggle, and connecting the dots feels like navigating a maze blindfolded. From crash to comeback, tools for the overloaded mind. 1. Externalize it. Dump the mental load onto paper. Lists, mind maps, even sticky notes. Externalizing your thoughts frees up brainpower for clearer thinking. Define your problem, brainstorm solutions, compare options, and track your progress. It's like decluttering your brain's attic. 2. Visualize it. Become a mental architect. Picture your goal, the steps you'll take, the obstacles you might face. Imagine yourself conquering challenges and celebrating successes. Visualization is like training your mind for victory, building confidence and reducing stress. 3. Simplify it. Big, hairy monsters aren't very manageable. Break them down into bite-sized tasks. Focus on the now, what can you do in this moment to move forward? Small steps add up, and taking the pressure off one step at a time reduces the looming anxiety of the bigger picture. Remember, your brain is not a single-use plastic bag. It's a powerful, adaptable organ, and with the right tools, you can overcome overload and become a master of mindfulness. So, the next time you feel your circuits frying, take a deep breath, choose your tool, and reboot your mental state. You've got this. Bonus tip. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can also be game changers. They train your brain to focus on the present, helping you manage stress and navigate mental overload with greater ease. The science of the crash. We've talked about the feeling of overload, but let's dive into the neurological processes behind it. Remember those 3 key tasks your brain juggles during problem solving? They all rely on limited resources in your working memory, a kind of mental RAM. When too much information bombards you, this RAM gets overloaded, leading to errors, delays, and ultimately, a system crash. Think of it like a traffic jam. Each thought is a car vying for space on the mental highway. The more cars, demands, the slower the traffic, processing, and the higher the frustration, stress. Fueling the fire, the role of technology. Our digital age amps up this cognitive traffic jam. Constant notifications, flashing screens, and information overload from a million sources keep our brains in a perpetual state of high gear. It's no wonder we feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Beyond the big 3, additional tools for your toolkit. Prioritization. Don't try to be a juggling octopus. Learn to say no, delegate tasks, and prioritize the most important ones. Less is truly more when it comes to mental bandwidth. Focus breaks. Give your brain mini vacations. Take short breaks throughout the day to step away from screens, do some stretches, or simply close your eyes and breathe. These micro resets prevent your mental RAM from burning out. Sleep for success. We all know sleep is crucial for physical health, but it's just as important for cognitive function. When you're sleep deprived, your brain struggles to process information and manage stress, making overload even more likely. So prioritize a good night's sleep for a sharper, more resilient mind. Nature's nurture. Step away from the concrete jungle and into the green one. Spending time in nature has been shown to reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance cognitive performance. So, take a walk in the park, hike in the woods, or simply sit beneath a tree. Let nature nourish your brain. Remember, you are not alone in this mental marathon. We all experience cognitive overload, and the good news is, we can all learn to manage it. So, use these tools, experiment, find what works for you, and build your own personal toolkit for mental resilience. Your brain will thank you for it. Subscribe for more content. We'll continue exploring topics like mindfulness, productivity, and brain health to help you unlock your full potential. This is just the beginning of the conversation about reclaiming mental control. Do you have any strategies you use to combat cognitive overload? Share your tips in the comments below, and let's build a community of mindful warriors. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more brain-boosting content. Remember, it's not about chasing after rabbits. It's about focusing on the journey, one mindful step at a time. So, what are you waiting for? Reboot your brain today.